Hey y'all, hey. So I was just watching this video where it was a mother talking to both her male and female child, ages around 6 or 7. And the son, who I believe was the younger child, was telling the mom about how the sister had a crush on somebody, and then the sister's friend then told the crush, and now the sister and the friend don't talk anymore. They're not friends anymore, they're enemies, right? So then the young lady, the sister, says, oh, we talked about it, we worked it out, she not gonna do that no more, she not gonna be telling my business like that. And the mother's like, okay, that's what's up, I'm glad y'all talked about it, but you don't need to be having, you don't have no crushes, you don't need to be thinking about no crushes at 7 years old. Yo, this is where I take the pause, and this is why y'all got this video. Okay, telling children to, you don't need to have no crushes, you don't need to be thinking about no crushes, you need to be focusing on your education, is a recipe for emotional unawareness. Okay, you are sending mixed signals to children when you say you don't need to be thinking about no crushes, you don't need to be thinking about no enemies, but yeah, you can have friends and socialize. Where do you think the crushes and the enemies come from, if not from socializing? Ignoring the emotion or avoiding the emotion, it don't work. Y'all should know reverse psychology ain't where it's at. It doesn't help. Telling them what not to do oftentimes makes them want to do it even more. A healthier, more productive way to handle it is to ask them questions with curiosity, to discuss how they feel, discuss what those emotions mean to them, discuss options of how they can handle those emotions. Now, many people know that it's supposed to be hee hee ha ha. Lots of jokes are made about when little boys like little girls, they hit them. Why do y'all think that is? Hmm? Hmm? It's because nobody ever talked to them about what they could do with those emotions they were feeling toward those little girls. There are other ways to let somebody know that you have an affinity for them that does not include assault. Yes, I said assault. I know some people think it's cute, but no, it's a basis for way worse behavior later. Worse behavior like these young men who verbally assault women, and goodness forbid they physically assault them or worse, because they never learned how to, one, identify how they were feeling and learn what options they can do with those emotions. So I implore you, okay, here in Africa, they say, I beg, stop telling your children not to have these emotions, okay? And instead, work with them, talk with them about what these emotions are so that they can recognize them. And then provide them options of how they can express those emotions in a healthier and more respectful way. And if you as the adult, you're like, well, hell, I don't know how to, I don't know how to express these emotions either. Listen, Google is your friend, right? Color wheels are all over, not color, emotional wheels are all over the internet, helping you to be able to describe different types of emotions. There's way more than emotions than happy, sad, angry, fearful, and depressed. It's a lot more nuances than that, okay? Take the time for yourself, and more importantly, for your children, to help them learn to be able to identify their emotions and then say, okay, what can I do with those emotions in a positive way? I hope y'all listening to what I'm saying, because I have witnessed far too much how people who do not have a good command of their emotions live very stressful and difficult lives. People with better emotional awareness have much better emotional regulation, which means they are more adaptable to change without it being a detriment or without it being so difficult for them. Y'all, emotional awareness is your friend, and it shouldn't start with adults. It starts with the children. So please, get on board. Talk to them. Confront these feelings with curiosity. All right? Please. Thank you.